Hey guys, Boxing with B.
Anyone without the paycheck.
All right, so today we actually have Gabriel Muratalla joining us today. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to join us.
No problem. Thank you
So,
guys for having me.
so let's go straight into this interview. So first off, I know you've been getting all questions asked about you being a preschool teacher. That's like the number one thing right now. Every time we turn it on, if we talk about Gabriel Muratalla, some people are like, oh, let me question it a little bit. And it's like the preschool teacher. Oh, yeah, that guy. Saw him during the COVID fights. Like, yeah, that guy, I'm sure you get that a lot. But we're not going to focus on you being a preschool teacher because right now we're talking boxing. But I'll ask you one thing. So all the interviews that I've seen so far with you, they all talk about you being a preschool teacher only, and they'll ask you questions about that, and then your life as a professional boxer separate. But in reality, I don't see, those two being too far apart because when you're a preschool teacher, you have to, adjust to different 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, and you have to be patient. And when you step into the ring, you also have to be patient and you have to know how to adjust while you're in the ring. So, have you ever thought about how your skills go into both of your professions?
Yeah, exactly. You said it perfectly. I mean, everything is really patience. And everybody does think they're total opposite sports, but again, like you said, they're pretty similar.
Yeah. That's why I think it's funny. Every time I hear it, I'm like, yeah, but it's not that different. They're like, you deal with 3-year-olds. I'm like, yeah, but with different 3-year-olds, you have to talk to one a certain way, second one a different way. So yeah, I definitely see how they correlate. Your mind is literally always working. You're practicing outside of the ring and in the ring.
Yeah.
So you're 5-0, and your younger brother is 10-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he started. He went pro before you. You
Yeah,
seem to come from a boxing family. Was boxing in your path? Like you knew that one day you were going to go pro, or you just thought, I'm going to pursue an education and I'm going to take a different route?
yeah, definitely. I, it's funny. I never thought about going pro. Never, not even my younger brother. Never. And we were just big fans of it. We got a boxing ring in our backyard, as you can see. I think at the age of when I was like 10 or 11, 12 years old. So we are just big fans. And once my brother turned pro, I think he turned pro a while ago. Maybe he was 23 now, maybe at 19, 20. And yeah, honestly, he just gave me the motivation to also start boxing as well. But yeah, my intention was always to pursue education and see where I go after being a preschool teacher. But it seems right now boxing's working.
Oh yeah. So did you take it like you were in school getting educated and everything? Was this boxing just like something to keep you in shape, and then all of a sudden it turned
Uh,
into a career?
I mean, honestly, I kind of knew. I mean, I've been boxing my whole life. We've done tournaments. We've gone kind of all around the world for tournaments. We have bouts everywhere. So we kind of knew we had a talent for the sport. So I was just more into school, and my brother really wasn't. So he started the boxing early, but I kind of knew after I seen him that I was gonna pursue it as well.
Well, that's a good thing. You have two things. You have your boxing career and you have your education, just in case. You're like that famous
Yeah, I got
fighter,
my bachelor's just in case.
Marcantonio Barrera. He didn't have to fight. He was from a wealthy family. He was being educated and took boxing as just a sport. And that sport kicked off better than his education, and off he went.
Yeah, I feel like the things you don't expect always come out better than you think.
Oh, yeah.
So your first pro fight in the United States was during COVID. So,
Yeah.
usually when people go back and, it's in the United States, you fought in Mexico before that. But over here is like all your family, your friends, it's easier to go to a fight in the United States. But due to COVID, no one could show up to that. Did that help you in your transition to, your first fight? It was televised in the United States. It's kind of like your your home. What is it? You're in your home. So now it's like everybody can travel there. Did that impact
Yeah.
you? You're like, it helped you?
It helped me for sure. Just that TV helped me put my name out there, but it also did upset me that nobody could come because so many people wanted to come, and just during these times you really can't do anything about it. So
Yeah.
I can't complain though. I got TV time, I got some recognition, and I'm glad where I'm at right now.
The only good about that TV time, the whole world got to see it because there's a lot of boxing fans all over the world that fall top rank. And your name came out and everybody saw that you're a great fighter, aggressive and going out for the kill.
Not only that, though, it was during a time where live sports finally started coming back. Boxing was one of the first with Top Rank.
I think boxing, that was the first.
Along with UFC.
Come on the TV.
Yeah, that was UFC was first, I think, coming out then, but Top Rank jumped on it. And the only thing good about Top Rank, it made it available for everybody to see, not a pay-per-view event that, some people could do it with the COVID and having struggle with money right now. That was great that the whole world got to see you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Top Rank, they're the best right now.
So let's talk about your last fight with Bland. We're going into that. So it was your first fight against another your first pro fight against another undefeated fighter. So both O's were on the line. Someone's O had to go. In that first round, though, well, first off, let's talk. What went through your mind to accept that fight, knowing that you're fighting another undefeated fighter?
It brought excitement, like it was a challenge, and I like challenges. And I seen he was, taller than me, more longer reach. So he had that advantage, but I like the challenge, So yeah, and I never deny a fight, so had to get it going.
Well, that's good. At least you're starting new, and you're learning how to fight taller fighters, more reach, and get ready because how you say when you get more fights, the harder it's going to get. So, but you'll have a knowledge of what to do.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's also a good mindset of I'm ready to fight anyone. I'm not going to turn down a fight.
Yeah, you always have to have that mindset. Not saying I'm the best in the world, but you just, you can't show fear. You really can't. Not in this sport.
That's true. So in that first round, it had kind of an unexpected turn, I would assume, for you. You touched the canvas. Can you break that down for us?
Yeah. Oh man, that was his reach was next level. His reach is, man, I was like, whoa. Like I like to catch my punches, and his reach, I was like, wow. So, but I seen it again, and it was like kind of way in the back of the head. I don't even know how a punch lands like that, but it did. Luckily for him, it did. And you know what? I got up. I didn't, no pain at all, nothing. I guess it just, that back of the head is very sensitive, and my knees did, I guess, buckle. But man, I was perfect. It kind of got me mad. And I went in there, and I knew I had to put some more pressure.
So from our perspective, though, we didn't hear, the referee say it's a knockdown or a point deduction or anything like that at first. So what was going? What did you hear?
Yeah, I was also confused. I thought he was gonna count, and the referee just looking at me, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what's going on right now? But after everything, I go to the doctor, and he's like, do you know where you're at? And I started laughing. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah. Yes.
I was laughing. I was like, yeah, I'm fighting MGM. And he's like, you know what? You're good. Go again. But yeah, they counted it as a knockdown. After the round, I heard the referee say, count it as a knockdown. And once I heard that, I knew the next 3 rounds I had to step it up. But they also took a point too. So,
yeah, I was going to say, you never, by the way you're talking, you never felt that second hit that he hit you when your knee was already on the canvas.
Yeah, no.
So that was.
And I watched it again. It wasn't a strong punch.
No, but it was still, you were still on the canvas, and the referee didn't, how he's supposed to protect you, but he didn't get there in time. So he kind of figured, okay, what am I going to do? Because that guy got disqualified right there and then. So he just said, let's just 2 undefeated fighters. It's just not end it that way. And that's when I guess he was looking at you, finding out if you were okay or not. But by the way you looked like you never felt it because you were like smiling, like, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, usually when you get hit like that too, sometimes, you'll see if a fighter's hurt. Their eyes roll back. It's harder to, we didn't see that with you.
No, you wanted to fight.
Like I said, I didn't feel nothing. I literally, my knees hit the ground, and I was kind of shocked. I was like, what the? I was like, in my head, I was like, this is not a knockout. I'm not taking it as a knockout. Let's go,
Well, that's good. So it was a flash knockdown, and you didn't realize you were on the canvas.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So in your corner, you had your dad and Robert Garcia, right?
Yeah.
So what did they share with you? What did they tell you in between rounds? Because when that moment hit, it's the first round, 2 undefeated fighters. Now you touch the canvas. What was the advice that they gave you to keep going?
Yeah, Robert just gave me the best advice. He said his reach is super long, and he's a top fighter. He says stick. I think his exact words was stick onto him like glue.
Like,
Just stay on him, and you're gonna do work. And that's exactly what I was trying to do. Just stay on him. And funny thing is, I don't know if you guys seen Robert Garcia's YouTube channel. He says it everything on there, but I actually had an injured arm.
oh wow.
So I didn't. Yeah, if you watch the fight again, I don't really use my left that much. More of using my right, kind of nonstop.
Now that I think about it, I did see that, but I didn't think, oh, you're hurt or anything. I had mentioned to you, remember, I was like, man, look at him, because you were throwing that overhand, and you kept throwing it and really going at it, and I was like, man, he's really trying to like throw with all his power, and that's all we thought. We didn't think something's wrong with your other hand.
I thought maybe you're trying to get
Yeah,
that point back and stuff but it helped you that he took a point off instead of being a 10-8. To me, I thought it was 9-8 round. It was close still. So that's the only thing good about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So at the end of the fight, it goes to the cards. Did you think, oh man, I might lose my O right now? Or were you like, nah, I did enough?
Yeah, that never went through my mind. I feel like just my confidence in those last 3 rounds, I literally had him running the whole fight. So I kind of literally knew I won.
Oh, that's good.
Seeing it, a lot of people will say too, that we've talked to, they'll say when you're in the ring, you can feel when your opponent is stronger than you and when you are stronger than your opponent. Did you feel that throughout maybe the second round or in the first round when he dropped you?
100%. Even the first round, I'm telling you, people get those punches in. He got a flash knockout way behind the head. But yeah, that didn't turn me down at all. I knew I was still the stronger fighter, and you could actually see it during the fight.
Yeah, he was feeling you. He was feeling you coming at him. So that's why he was kind of backing off. You might have said that he woke up a sleeping giant when he knocked you down. He goes, okay. And you had that mentality. Oh, hell no, I'm coming back up. Here I come.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I knew that with the judges, they do take the points. So that was in my head too. I'm not going to let that round, change anything. So.
Now, before we let you go, is there any names that you're like, you want to fight next? You want to see them next on your record?
No, actually, I don't really have any names. I'm 5-0. Still learning. I need to, like I said, in this fight, I wish I had my left hook 100%. Because, man, I wanted to do more, I felt I could have done way more with the 100% left hook. Because that's my favorite punch, my left hook.
Well, that's good because you beat this guy not even being in like maybe 75 to 80%. Imagine if you would have been 100% on both. They would have maybe not even lasted all through the rounds. You would have stopped it before.
That's what I hope, But I did my best with kind of one hand. And the times I did throw my left hook, man, it hurt. Oh, wow. It was hurting. But, when you're in that ring, you and it's a 4-rounder. So in my head, I'm like, you know what? Who cares? Let's go.
Yeah, I follow boxing a lot, and I remember seeing some fighters saying that their hand hurts, and all of a sudden, but they're fighting 12 rounds. They say, like in the 6th round or something, they go numb and they don't feel it no more. But that's a bad thing because they could, injure themselves more. But
they got heart.
The heart is to win, not to get stopped or there's another fight another day. No, if you could beat it and you could beat them.
Now I might have missed this. But when did you injure your left?
Actually, 3 weeks before the fight.
Oh, and so that news didn't even come out like, as a excuse or no possibility. He might not perform that well because of his left. You kept that a secret till after the fight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say.
But that's
anything,
great.
But you know what? It was getting better. It wasn't like I like during the last week of the fight, I could throw jabs. So I was like, you know what? In my head, it was getting way better. But like my brother and my dad said, you're gonna hurt it once you throw with different strength in that first round. You're gonna hurt it right away. Mm-hmm. And me just being the way I am, I was like, no, I'm not. I'll be fine. And I couldn't. My brother fighting in the same card, I was being not too smart. Like my dad said, he's never gonna let me make this decision again. Just because he doesn't like seeing me going in there 65, 70%, Yeah.
And not to stray away and talk about your brother, but you guys both actually touched the canvas that night and both came out with the victory.
You know, I mean, it's very strange that both brothers we got the same exact thing right, like in the back of the head as well. I mean, I think it was just a lucky day for our opponents. You know, they but that like you guys said, they woke up something else in us.
Oh,
Hey, that's good. That's the experience that you guys need, especially, 10 fights, 5 fights. You need that experience. You know, later on, it's not going to be something new when you touch the canvas. You know you can overcome it.
Exactly. Yeah, like Robert Garcia said too on his YouTube channel. He said he's happy that it happened early, you know, just so
Yeah.
we can learn
early
from
in your
it.
career. That's it.
And yeah, he even said, I mean, he's got knocked the best guy knocked down, and you know, you just get stronger from it. And now I know, or I'm gonna try to dodge that back of the head shot, you know.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, of your opponents, because your opponents. You know, you learn from that. That don't
Hey, but
take everything so lightly, because, like you said, he had the reach, and that's what he surprised you with.
But you adjust.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, always gotta adjust, and yeah, never underestimate.
Yeah, like the great champions to come. You always get up, no matter what. Take away his heart, because oh man, I hit him. He's getting up. That affects
Yeah.
them too, their mind too. Like, oh wow, how am I going to take this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
out if he's taking the best out of me?
Yeah, yeah, it's funny, man. Everyone just sees me like, I mean, the preschool teacher, you know, is so nice. He's always smiling, but in that ring, me and my brother, like our heart is next level. You know, we're not gonna give up. So it's kind of it's also woken us up. I mean, I definitely didn't like that hitting the canvas. So it's definitely the next fights are just stepping it up even more.
Yeah.
I see you like to fight constantly. You still going to try to keep that because you know a lot of boxers take a lot of breaks, and you're picking up fights all the time.
You know what? I've actually just it just happened just because of COVID and the TV exposure. So you really can't say no to that. You know, it's a blessing. And I'm 26. Compared to my brother, he's 23. So I feel like I just have to go a little faster than my brother.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you nothing but the best, and thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much, man. You guys are awesome. This was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.